So today we are going to talk about database development lecture 16, where we talk about query processing, the optimization of query plans. So first, let's review the B plus tree indices, which is a particular implementation of an index consists of the tree with the nodes of the following form, which is sorted in an order and meant not be null, meant not be full, and they are sorted in an increasing order. And we have the living nodes with non-living nodes, which is for the non-living nodes we have the values smaller than a1, a1 to a2 minus 1, a2 to a3 minus 1. Yeah. This is non-living nodes, and the non-living node is just denoting that this is less than the threshold or between the threshold. And n is true thing such that the node fits into one single block. And the review is here to find the value. To find the value, we need to find the pointer to the row with the value way. The procedure will start at the root of the B plus tree, while the current node is not a full new node. While v is less than a1, we process to find the first child of the node. Otherwise, we find the largest I such that ai is less than or equal to v, and process to the associated child node. If the node is a leaf, and if v occurs in the leaf, we follow the associated pointer. If v does not occur in the leaf, return v does not exist in the index. Running time is at O of h times log 2 of n. The log 2 of n is just the height of the B plus tree, and the real running time is the O of the h times d, which is the disk operation. The reason why the disk operation is equal to the height of the tree because each is one block. And that is each layer is one considered as a disk operation. In just kind of true, but not that true. And I just want to make sure. The rule of insertion is that insert a value and point appear. The procedure is that find the leaf that should contain a value. If the leaf is full, insert the key value at the suitable location. If the leaf is full, split the leaves to make space for a new value point appear. Insert the value point appear. Connect the leaf to a suitable parental node. The B plus tree remains balanced. The runtime is h times the log base 2 of n, and the real running time is h times d. The deletion part 2 is that we find the value, and 41 is less or equal to 0. What is greater than 43, and we remove the value of 40, and we can delete the value of 41. Just the thing is that we need to find the 41 first, right? And I find this, and we remove this. When we remove this, we go into steal a value, which is 42 comes here. Steal the pointer. Check if the function has more than adjacent. Minimize and divided by. This one has why is this one? remove the value here 47. Here we clean up. Here we delete the value 47, and we find the value 47, and we leave them, and we're going to merge together. When to merge together? When merge, when still. Remove that, then we go back to this 47. We update, and we still an update. It's you guys is 47 here, 43 here, and I will check when do we steal a thing and when do we merge a thing with the lecture. And the review of deletion is that we're going to delete a value pointer pair. The procedure is that find the leaf that should contain the value. If not there, down. Remove the value pointer pair. That's the current node C. If x to be 2, if it is the root, and if it's an internal node, it is n plus 1 divided by 2. What if it's a leaf? It's n plus 1 divided by 2 floor. Or the intermediate node should have more nodes than the leaf nodes, right? And if n has more pointers, fixed ancestors, if you want, and you have down. If C is the root but not a leaf, remove it. You see has a bow x pointers, fixed ancestors if necessary, and you are done. Above x pointer, x is the threshold, right? And if x is the root but not the leaf, remove it and let the child of the wood to be a new root. Otherwise, check if one adjacent node has at least the x plus 1 pointer. If so, take one fixed ancestor and you are done. Otherwise, merge with siblings and give to line 3 with the parent as the current node. That's the current node. If so, fix the ancestor, then you are done. Otherwise, check if the adjacent has x plus 1 pointers. If so, fix the ancestors. Otherwise, merge the siblings and go to the line 3 as the parent of the current node. The b plus remain balanced, and the runtime is h times the log base 2 of n. Real running time is h times d. The properties of the b plus tree indices is the height of the b plus tree times log 2 of n, and it is log this is the height of the b plus tree times log 2 of n. The reason why this is true is because log 2 of n is a constant, and n is the total number of tuples, which is a large number, and the height of the tree is I think it's log 2 of n. I think log 2 of n, and log n of n. Log n of n. Oh, it's just how many tuples it can store times log 2 of n. Yeah, and the reason why. We're going to take an upper bound. Let's say n is greater than 2, and yeah, what if it's greater? I mean, n is greater than 2, it's a common sense. Therefore, this one is n, this one is 2. We want a higher one, therefore it's log 2 of n. And remain balanced the whole capacity even with 3, height of 3, where the block size is 16,386. The values stored in index is 4 bytes, and the pointers are above 8 bytes. The largest n, so that each b plus tree node fits into one block, is 4n plus 8 times n plus 1, which is less than 16,368. The b plus tree has a height of 3, so it can store more than n squared. And the property of the b plus tree integer is that it can be implemented efficiently with respect to the number of the disk access. The number of disk access typically is 2 plus the height of the tree. Oh, I see. This is 2 plus the height of the b plus tree indexes. And most of the b plus tree can be kept in memory, where we have the upper level even with the block size of 16,384 bytes and n equals to 1,364. The level 1 root is 16 KB, and the level 2 is n plus 1 times the where is this n plus 1? The n plus 1, I think, is just n plus 1. N is the number of tuples, right? And which is the 3 level have 28 dB. And how to optimize the query plan is just like we just use the heuristic, where we push the selection as down as possible. We push the selection as down as possible, and we put the projection as down as possible, and we put the change the equal join with the Cartesian product followed by the followed by the select projection. Is that we select that, and we select that when we project that, and we do the natural we do the Cartesian product. And so far the optimization of the query plan are like the logical level, and start with the initial query plan, apply the equivalent law, and the physical query plan as the information required to execute the optimize the query plan, which algorithm to use for execution of the operators, and how to pass information from one operator to another, what is the good order for computing the natural join, union, additional operations such as sorting. So how to select the physical query plan. From the logical query plan, we are going to talk about the physical query plan. We're going to generate many different physical query plans. We're going to establish the cost of executing each plan, the time, disk access, the memory, the communication, set the physical plan with the lowest cost estimate. And then we're going to estimate the cost of execution. Here, the number of the disk access operation is the estimated cost is just the disk access operations, where the number of disk access influenced by many factors. The selection of the algorithm for individual operator, the method for passing information, and the size of intermediate result. It is the size of the intermediate result is one of the key critical factors, and established from parameters of the database. For example, the size of the relationship, the number of distinct items per relationship, computed exactly from database computed exactly from the database or estimate statistically gathering. We can estimate the intermediate result. For example, one of the most challenging tasks of database it's difficult even for nodes close to our leads cannot afford executing the query, rely on statistically gather the data because difficult even for nodes close to leaves cannot afford executing the query. The meaning is that you can not know how large is this one. You can only estimate based on statistical result. There may be many different approaches. Some are easier than others. We can with the drawing size optimization. And one of the easy ways to use the number of the tuples in R divided by the number of distinct values in column A of the relation R. The number of blocks in R is divided by the number of distinct values in column A in the relation with R. Good if the values of column A occurs often, but for example, a tuple contains 80 tuples are stored in 20 blocks. There are exact 4 values estimated, that is 40 divided by 4, which is 20 tuples. Estimate the number of blocks that are required to store select year equals to 2 modules, which is 20 divided by 4, which is 5 blocks. And the drawing is that how to estimate R joined S. The simple estimate based on the size of R and S. So what is the meaning of R and S? And the number of distinct values with common attributes. As for the selection based on the assumption that might not always lead to estimation, more sophisticated methods, many are still a topic of research, and other issues how to generate a physical query plan. Is it explore them all, or more suitable approaches, or top-down, bottom-up? We select a suitable algorithm for each operator, and based on the size of the result, the selection of good drawing order, how to pass information from one to another. For example, we are going to with the drawing order method. If we first drawing the student modules where, and then we join with the lectures that's taught by R. Then this is redundant actually, because this one is very limited. And what if we firstly join with the modules that this professor taught, and because this is very limited, and this one will be also very limited. And the pass information is like the materialization. We write intermediate results to the task. And pipelining is a stream-based processing. We pass the tuples of one operation directly to another operation without using disk. Extra buffer for each pair of the adjacent holds tuples passing from one relation to another. We project the title year. We select the length is greater than 100 and the studio equals false. With pipelining, the intermediate result of the selection will be written into a buffer of the memory, from which the projection operator will read and pass through this tuple directly. We have the form, we have the buffer, and the pipelining is that everything is happened in the buffer, extra buffer. From each adjacent operation of host tuple passing from one relation to another, we can project title and year, where the length is greater than 100 and the studio equals false. With pipelining, will be written to the buffer, from which we can directly read them. So all of this is in the pipeline. Everything here is in the pipeline, and we use this to do the projection. Not here. This is in the database, and every other operation is in the buffer, which is in the pipeline. The query processing is the main task of the database management. The process is SQL query, the initial query plan, optimize the query plan, and physical query plan. The main work constructing the physical query plan is the heart of the database management system. Has to select the good order of executing operators in the query plan algorithm for executing these operators. We can compute estimates for